Hey guys, I am finally making the video for the updates. And for those of you who have missed out on Saturday, weren't able to make it, I wanted you to have the opportunity also to give you that information. And then if you have questions, you can always text me, give me a call, or we can talk in person more in depth into it. But basically, the premise is I want to give you guys the update for the state of the gym where we're at, the rate changes that were coming up, and then also the schedule changes, and go into detail on why that's going to happen. So first of all, the state of the gym. It's not where we'd like it to be. I think everybody can see there's less people coming, and it probably started at a steady decline since the summer, since June or July. I could go on and on, maybe for hours, talking about maybe why that is. But at the end of the day, I do take full responsibility as to just why the gym's not where it's at. Okay. Uh, there's different reasons. And like I said, I could go into depth on a lot of those reasons. But the fact of the matter is, we are where we're at, and we kind of need to see what we can do in order to keep going. About a year ago, my wife and I, we had a conversation. We had some money saved up, and that money was to help the gym, grow as it's in its growing stages and it's going. And I really, really believe that uh, a year ago, I believed a year from then that we would be in a much better position. We're not. And so not only, do we need to make some changes with what we're doing, but the way we're doing things as well. Um, I spoke a little bit more in depth on Saturday as to what those mistakes were and why I believe that. And again, I could talk to you more about it, but just different demographics in the Mesquite community, and as opposed to the Rowlett community. And it's nothing negative. It is what it is. It's just different. So, and in light of that, I want to make sure that we're doing the best things that we can going forward. Um, one of those, I think, well, we talked about that, but one of those mistakes was, um, I believe we tried to create an environment that was very low pressure, and like, oh yeah, just come on, like, even if you're late, and just show up. And in my heart of hearts, I believed in that moment that was what was best to do. It's turned out that it wasn't. We have a lot of people that just for whatever reason don't show up. Maybe it's because they just feel like, I don't know, they don't understand the importance. Maybe I haven't put a lot of importance in telling people why it is important to show up and to, for your health and wellness. Those people that are seeing success and that are consistent are most likely those people that are either A, they have a different mindset than others, and B, they have coupled their nutrition. So they're like, well, if I'm going to eat right and I'm doing the nutrition program, I better show up to the gym as well. Um, Again, we're not one of those gyms where you just pay membership and I never see you and it's okay. That's Planet Fitness. That's all these other places that they don't care if you show up. We do care because the results that you get, that's our marketing, right? That's like, that's why I'm so passionate about people showing up, is because if you're not showing up, you're not going to see results. And then they're going to ask you, well, where do you go? Where you pay a lot of money to go to this gym. What's going on? Right? I don't know. Maybe they won't ask you that way, but it's a little bit harder to get people to come to the gym, and it's not. We'd love it for it to grow organically. Hasn't been the case for the past year, but so that's just where we're at. And like I said, there was some money that we had saved up about a year ago to help grow the gym, and that is gone. So we're at this point where we need the gym to sort of sustain itself, and for financially, we need to sustain itself. And again, I love this. I hope that some of you at least could have seen that this is something that is very important to me. It's something that I'm passionate about, um, and maybe I haven't done a good job of expressing that. But regardless, like, as much as I love this and as much as it is a passion, I never want it to be a detriment to my family. And I feel like it's getting close to that, or if it hasn't gotten there already. But the fact of the matter is, we're at this position. So in light of that, we are, especially the people that have been consistent and the people that were there on Saturday, and even the people that I've spoken to aside from that in person, we're going to make a much I don't know how to explain that, but just like an effort to get people to show up to the gym. We're not going to sit there and like berate people, but we're going to encourage you and be a little bit more persistent in that encouragement to show up to the gym. So that's kind of our plan right now going forward. And then, so as far as the rate change, it's not anything crazy. It's about $10 to $15 more, just depending on where you're at per person. $10 to $15 more per person. Um, and then with the schedule that we're doing, I really believe it's beneficial to you guys. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do in the morning, just because the morning classes are um, we have three different options: 5:30, 6:30, 9 a.m., and they're our least visited classes. Um, I know I could go into the whole thing about like how many no shows. There's been like, I think 15 or more no shows, and they're all from the morning classes, where people do not show up to the class. So obviously that's time for a coach to be there. That's time. That's money that we're paying that coach. But regardless of that, just an opportunity missed that people aren't taking advantage of. People aren't showing up, and so I don't know what we're gonna quite do with the 5:30, 6:30, 9 a.m. But I'm hoping if we make some changes that obviously benefit you guys, but also shake some things up, I'm hoping that we get a better response. And then the afternoons, we are going to change that up. And that's more, I'll explain maybe later if you want me to explain it in person. I would love to explain why, on my end. But on your end, 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to have a open gyms time slot where you can come in from any of those time windows, 2 hour window. What I hear a lot is, oh man, I got into some, whatever, got caught up at work or doing laundry. I didn't make the 5 o'clock. And then I have an event later at 7, so I can't make the 6 o'clock. And there's just all these different things. And so to make it easier, we're doing a 4:30 to 6:30 window. So that way, if you need to get home early, come at 4:30, 4:45, 5 o'clock. I don't know, whatever time works for you. There will be a coach on site during the 2 hour window, but it's like it takes away that whole excuse of, well, I'm gonna be late, or well, the class already started, well, this happened. I just want you guys to show up. We need you guys to show up, but also for yourself, right? And it's a great opportunity, great time for you to start thinking about that, where you say, okay, it's January, new year, let me get this ball rolling, let me work on being more consistent. And if you come and you show up for 30 minutes and you're like, hey, I don't have time, or maybe whatever, the workout just looks complicated. Can you give me a different workout that I can do in 20 or 30 minutes? We'll write you a workout that's safe, that's easy for you guys to be able to do, knock out. That is better than not doing anything. That's better than sitting on your couch. It's better than just not showing up, right? And again, we're going to make a concerted effort, myself, the coaches, along with the other people who have been consistent, for the past year and a half. I want them to, they're also, and it's great. I'm so proud and really just appreciative of them taking ownership too and saying, you know what, this has been a very big part of my life. I come here 5, 6 days a week. I don't want it to go anywhere. And so I'm going to be encouraging other people to also show up. So you'll see people be more vocal on that. Um, you know, I can talk more, and it'll probably be a follow-up video to that, but I'd love to get your feedback. Text me and watch the video. Text me back and let me know what you think. Let me know if you have, and again, I'm open to ideas too. Right now, this is what we're going to start. I feel like my wife, and even with Andrew Shelby, we've gone through so many different um, scenarios and thinking of different things. And so we're going to start with this, and we're going to see how it goes. um, I'm gonna give a more detailed video on the changes that are to come, but for now, you know like I said, I didn't say this, but the changes will take place in February. Actually, February 5th will be the first day. It's a Monday. February 5th will be the first day of these changes with the schedules, with the 4:30, 6:30 block. You could sign up anytime during that window. And we just want you to show up mornings. There's more to come on that, to be continued. Yeah, so we'll talk. Hopefully, we'll have some more information and more updates on that. But yep, if you have questions, please text me. Love to talk about it, and I'm looking forward to these new changes. Thanks, guys.